Hey guys, it's Cal from The Lighting Doctor here. I hope you guys enjoy this video with some more great landscape lighting tips. To learn more about landscape lighting, go and check out our website at lightingdoctor.ca, or if you want to see what a real quality landscape light should look like, go and check out our Try It Before You Buy It offer, where you can get a premium quality fixture at a discounted rate with your very own battery pack, so you can go and test out how that light's going to look and feel what a real premium quality light should look like. So go and check us out at lightingdoctor.ca, or go watch more videos on YouTube just by searching for The Lighting Doctor. Hi Noel, thanks for your pictures. Yeah, I'll give you some ideas of what I would do to get started on your property, and I'll send you pricing with all the lights and everything too. But I'll use some accent lights, mostly accent lights. Some of them may be a little brighter than others, but I would use the standard accent light in this front bed area. I would probably light this tree here from two different angles. So I'd probably have one here that would kind of light this way and one here that would light this way. I would do the same thing on this one from two different angles, and then I would also do the same on this one. So on those three, I would have two accent lights on each one of those. It's up to you. I probably won't include them. You could add them later, but if you wanted to, you could throw a couple path and garden lights like these guys kind of in between to help highlight the perimeters of the bed. But I would only probably put them in the middle. So if you accent both of this guys, I might put one, two, maybe three kind of in the middle. And same thing, if you're going to accent this from two sides, you might put one down here and one up here, but I wouldn't put a whole lot more path lights. And in fact, I'm not even going to include it in your pricing because I think it's going to look really good if you just do the uplighting in those areas. And then on the front of the house, I really like the idea of highlighting the front of the house in the different areas you have. So how I would do that is I would use that same accent light on this window area, and I would place them kind of at the base of the window close to the wall here to highlight this brick feature and get the light up to this top peak. And I would do the same on this side. So I would use that same accent light and highlight both of those. On this area here, I would also, I know I said to put two accent lights on this tree, I would also put one over on this side. And then the front of the house too. It depends how close some of these are. I don't think you necessarily have to highlight these. I would probably just focus on the two on this one and on this one, and that's what I'll quote on. Two accent lights on this guy, and then to catch this part of the house, which unfortunately I didn't get any other pictures that show me a better angle of it, but having another one of these accent lights, but a little bit brighter one. So sometimes we upgrade these to a 35 watt equivalent, which is just it's a little bit brighter, and the reason for that is so that you can place it kind of at the base of this window and have it shining up so that the light catches this top peak. And then I would use that same light that's a little bit brighter in this area and this area, and the same thing kind of on both sides of the windows, just under the shutter close to the house, that's shining up and highlights that on both sides. And then what I would try and do is I would try and get that same light, that brighter one, kind of back here by these pillars that kind of shines upwards towards this whole front entrance peak area here, so that you're highlighting these columns as well as getting light up to the top here. You've got the lights underneath the windows here that are highlighting this whole front section. And then the last thing I would do is just with another one of those standard 20 watt equivalents, so the ones that you would use over here, I would have one of those kind of at the base of this wall that kind of highlights back in this area, just so you don't have a big dark spot here. So in summary, based on these pictures, and if this was just getting started, what I'd be looking at is for the standard accent lights, you'd be two on this tree, two on this tree, two on this one, and one here. So you're 7, 8, 9 here, and 10 on this wall. And then with the brighter ones, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the two that go up here. So 6, 7. So I'll send you pricing for a kit based on that. But if you have any questions or need me to make any modifications, just let me know, Noel, and I'd be happy to help. Thanks again. So I just want to show you, we're going to use our accent light a whole bunch in this property. And a lot of common areas we're going to use that is on some nice trees. We got a really nice tree here that we're going to try and focus on. But one thing I see people do too often, or more times than not, is instead of trying to get that light nice and close to the tree and having it shine up, so you're taking advantage of all the barking structure and then all the branching up top, is they'll bring it far back and try and aim it at the tree. And what happens there is they tend to miss a lot of the lower portions of the trees,
And then also when it, you know, depending on the area you live in, if you start losing a lot of foliage in the wintertime, then having that light shine at all the foliage is kind of a waste of time, and you lose a lot of the effect of that light. That's why I like having it closer to the tree. You know, here we're maybe 12, 14, 18 inches away from the base. We're gonna have it shooting almost straight up because I wanna highlight all this trunking and branching structure as possible, as well as now we're getting that light up into the foliage and into the canopy. So again, with our standard RS uplight from FX Luminaire, there's lots of other good ones out there. I like this guy because it's a real workhorse, and that's what we're gonna use on this project. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video presentation with some great tips and tools on how to go and properly and effectively light up your landscape. And be sure, if you want your own free consultation video, just send me an email at cal@lightingdoctor.ca with a few pictures of your property, and we'll get back to you with some really cool ideas and ways to go and effectively light your property. And be sure to watch the videos after this one for more tips on how to install landscape lighting, as well as how to light up your landscape the best way possible.